Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Rahayu.
Hello everyone! We are from Group 1 in Regional Autonomy Lokal. In this video, we want to explain about implementation of good governance to minimize the corruption in Indonesia.
But before we get into this explanation, please let us introduce ourselves first. From me, I'm Rafa Mayaka with the student ID of 8114222
And my name is Yeskel Stefan Cristo Hitalesi, and my student number is 811422029.
My name is Queenie Azalea Putri. My student number is 811422095.
Now let's check it out our video.
The concept of the regional autonomy is stated in the various regulations in Indonesia. One of them is in Article 18 1945 Constitution, was amended in 2000, including Article 18, Article 18A, and Article 18B. Law number 23 of 2014. And number 3 is Law number 5 of 1974, which concerned about the local government.
In carrying out regional autonomy, a government as a provider of public goods for community must run a government based on good governance or asas-asas umum pemerintahan yang baik. In every government, good governance is a very important aspect because good governance will optimize public service and increase community participation in government. In addition, good governance is also intended to ensure that the level of corruption is minimized. The principle of good governance in Indonesia are regulated in Article 10 of Law number 13 of 2014, which consists of legal certainty, usability, impartiality, accuracy, not abusing authority, openness, public interest, and good service. The principle of good governance is aimed to prevent the corruption, collusion, and nepotism in Indonesia. Unfortunately, there are still many serious cases of corruption in Indonesia, especially in local government.
Corruption, collusion, and nepotism. It's actually regulated in Law number 28 in the 2001. But in this video, we'll mainly talk about corruption. Corruption actually came from Latin of the word of corruptio or corruptus, which actually has a lot of meanings such as dishonesty, corruptibility, rottenness, damaging, or even destroying. These words later on came to English and became corruption, which in Indonesia we said as korupsi. According to KBBI, corruption has definition of a misappropriation or misuse of state's money to personal gains or each other or the other company's gain. Throughout the years of 2022, which exactly was 2 years ago, ICW or Indonesian Corruption Watch recorded that there are 155 cases of corruption in villages. From these cases, our beloved state, Indonesia, actually lose more than 381 billion rupiah. From all of these many cases, bribery and extortion contribute the most for our state's loss, up to 2.7 billion rupiah. There are actually many cases in Indonesia of corruptions in villages, but in this video I will state only 2 cases. The first one by Haryo Guntoro in Simalungun Regency, North Sumatra. He was actually a former head of village or Pangulu in Simalungun Regency for the period of 2016 till 2022. His corruption was found after the audit was done back in 2021 by the Simalungun Regency Government Inspectorate, which found that our state lost as many around 337 million rupiah. The funds that this perpetrator misused was actually only for extravagance or Well, we could just say party, having party here and party there. Well, there are exactly three sources that of the funds that he misused. Which the first is the direct cash assistance, or in Indonesia we call it BLT for the village, which not fully distributed. The second one is for the COVID-19 funds back in 2021, which were not fully spent. And the last one is for the phase one village funds amounting to 125 million rupiah. For this action, well, let's just say bad actions, this Haryo Kuntoro was captured by the police of Simalungun back in 2021 and he was given a threat of life imprisonment up to a minimum of 4 years and a maximum of 20 years. And then for the second case, which happened, it's also happened actually back in 2021, but until 2022, by Herman Sirawan in Ngertikarya Jayaloka district, Biwarawas Regency. He was also the head of village, by the way, and this person actually misused way more because by the audit in 30 June 2022 by the, well, Biwarawas Regency Government Inspectorate, they found that our state lost up to 898,699,294.74 rupiah. Well, let's run it up to 899 million, shall we? Now, for this funds, you misuse it only for, again, extravagant sets of partying, and I'm really sorry, but to buying or using a hooker. I'm really sorry about that. And then there are few sources that he misused in this case, which actually the funds are for Quran teachers, PAL teachers, and the last one is for the office of the village is infrastructure. For this case, this perpetrator was sentenced to 6 years of prison and a fine of 250 million rupiah.
According to what Rafael said before, the cases of the corruptions in the local government is really disappointed for local people. There is a two-step to prevent that. One, it has to be transparent. You have to be transparent about the budget allocation, you have to be transparent about the decisions making, and you have to be transparent about the accountability. And the second, the central government has to be spread awareness to the local government so they're really aware about the impact of the corruptions in Indonesia. So that's all from us about the explanations, the implementation of good governance to minimize the corruption in Indonesia.
Well, thank you guys for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye! Ada bloopers nih.
Kalau apa jatuh gue ketawain anjir.
Iya, serius bisa.
Cepetan langsung.
Anjas, outfitnya abang dah. Tararara. Ayo dah Each apa ya?
Udah, bloopers. Ini buat bloopers. Biar manjang-manjangin aja.
Udah, yuk.